Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? Here we are again, another episode of the Squadcast Podcast. I am your boy, Brother DJ, and I got my host with me.
The godmother.
Yes.
The,
Hey,
the
you see the
silent
shirt?
assassin.
You see the shirt?
You see him.
Godmother apparel.
You see.
Got to do my shit like I do everybody else.
And the silent assassin, Black Ross is in the building, of course. Let's get this show started.
As y'all can see, we got somebody with us again. Go ahead and speak your piece.
Hey y'all.
We got the godmother
It's
with
the
us.
godmother. I have been promoted to middle chair. Middle chair. Look at me.
Now we thought
Thank
we was
you,
gonna
guys.
get inducted into her family, but turns around, she got inducted into our family, and we
Right.
came together as one, and we're gonna make this thing work. You know what I'm
Thank you,
saying?
guys.
So we definitely appreciate you joining the cast.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I wanted to do my own, but some things just don't work out that way. But here we are.
Here we are. And you got anything coming up that you want to share with the people before we get into what we're gonna get into today?
So, I kind of made a post today on Facebook. If you guys are tuned into my Facebook page, Keisha Webster.
Tune in.
And yesterday I had a business meeting with someone that I met working at the airline, and she does teeth whitening. So if you guys need your sparkly sparkle, hit me up. She has a couple different locations, and
Okay.
she likes me so much. She feels I'm just this energetic people person
Okay.
that can
I can do
draw
it.
some
Yeah.
business and everything like that. So she feels like she's going to give me a position to handle her business while she's out of town.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I'm grateful
That's
for
what's
all the
up.
opportunities that I do get.
She
So
liked your energy, so she, that was
I'm
enough
going to
for
be
yourself.
teeth whitening, y'all.
Now, do you still use the black toothpaste when you? Cause I think I seen before with the black toothpaste. When
Oh,
you,
the charcoal.
Yeah, the charcoal joint. You still using
Here
that?
and there I do, but yeah, I do.
But I only reason I brought that up is I see more and more people
Yeah,
using that.
definitely.
So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you started that way, but if you did, we're going to give you kudos. If not, you know what I'm saying?
I try. Start something.
But no, that's great. You know what I'm saying? You got anything coming up with the merchandise or anything else? Any hoodies, shirts, hats, masks coming?
I got some masks coming because COVID is just doing its thing.
It's still running crazy. We'll talk about that here in a
Take our
minute.
face away. So
Yeah, yeah.
the people wearing makeup are like, oh my god.
Y'all need them masks. Y'all need them Godmom masks. She's right here.
Please
You
hit
know
me
what I'm
up.
saying? Hit her up. Yeah. Right
Get
there.
them in. Get them in.
We're effective. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't blow no
Okay.
candles out. You can't blow no candles out with them Johns. You know what I'm saying? For real. But I'm glad you brought that up, that mask, because that kind of ties into what we're going to discuss today for the people, the family out here that may be struggling with this. And yes, we're talking about COVID-19. And yes, we're going to keep talking about it because it's a major thing that's running rampant through the United States, the world, and especially in the community of Black and Brown. Especially, I know I've had some family members affected by it. I know at this point we even know people who's been
Right.
affected by it. So
Most definitely.
It's not
there's
a joke.
no joke, And now with these vaccines
Right.
that's coming out, yeah, I see me hit the air quotes because there's just a lot of skepticism that's going on with it, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys know that I got my information from the CDC because I read the comments and you guys want to know where we get the information from. So I'm letting you know you can go to the CDC website and get this information. I'm not going to spoon feed you all. I'm going to lead you to the water and that's up to you to drink. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But as of today, from what I saw on the CDC website, they have 19 vaccines that are under development or have been, and that was as of November 24th. Now, the ones that they're talking about producing or have produced and sending out here for us is the Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson and Johnson got one, and there's another one, Janssen, and Novavax. There's a couple different ones, a lot of different ones actually.
I don't want it.
Too many.
But the Pfizer and the Moderna ones are the ones that they've been talking about the most. First of all, how do you guys feel about these vaccines? Do you feel like they developed too quickly? Because some people, I asked this question last night, how in the hell can you come up with a corona vaccine in less than a year, but there's no cure for cancer,
AIDS.
no cure for AIDS, none of this other stuff that's still killing people, but out of nowhere, y'all done came up with this
And we came up
coronavirus.
with it here in the U.S. That, like you just
You know, but that's just Brother DJ's thoughts. I'm not a conspiracy theorist and nothing like that. I don't want people to think I'm out here going, hey, Wall, but it just give you something to think about,
Wake
you
'em
know.
up. Wake 'em up.
But I don't know. I watched CNN yesterday, and they had like a little COVID town hall with Tony Fauci and Sanjay Gupta, very accredited physicians in the medical industry, and you know they were very pro Pfizer and Moderna as far as being tested and used on them when they say it's approved or whatnot. But like I said, how do you guys feel about it? I'm start with the godmother first. How do you feel about these vaccines? Will you vaccine? Will you vaccine your children? How do you feel about it? Let me hear it.
How I feel.
How you feel?
I'm not doing nothing. I don't want to get vaccinated. I feel like when I got the flu shot, when I used to get that vaccination, I would get sick off of that.
Right.
So if something that is known to break down the African American population, I'm not finna willingly take something that could possibly kill me if my body can't fight it off. So no.
I hear you on that one, and I said this. I tweeted this out. I'm on Twitter. Holla at your boy DJ the Capo. Follow me on Twitter, and follow Squadcast on Twitter. Squadcast Crew on Twitter. But I tweeted this out like the last time my people went to go get vaccinated and whatnot in the masses, we got injected with syphilis.
Yeah, that's what me and you was arguing.
You know, no, we weren't arguing. We was
talking
talking about it. We were discussing it.
exactly.
Debate.
You know, and you know, and then when I see Tony Fauci last night and Sanjay Gupta talk about how, and they said this, that they have to get the trust of the African American community and the Latino community about these vaccines because how we've been wronged so much in the past, even up to current status. But I just want to throw that in there. Brother Black, how do you feel about these vaccines, bro?
So yeah, I'm with both of y'all. I'm not really feeling the whole vaccine thing. Just looking at, like you said, Pfizer and Moderna, those two.
You got some stats for us?
Just comparing those two with Pfizer, they both have to be thawed out. So excuse me, they both need to be thawed out. But with Pfizer, it has the life expectancy of only 5 days once it's thawed out.
No, hold on. When you say thawed out, they have to be kept in negative 70 degrees Celsius temperature.
Exactly.
You know how cold that is?
No.
That is colder than a winter in Antarctica. This is a fact.
And I even read where they're basically saying, even if people were to get them, how can you keep them cold? We don't have refrigerators that can keep it that temperature. So, you know what I'm saying? And also,
And he's speaking in terms of the Walgreens, the
You know what I'm saying?
CVS's,
Exactly.
those type of places
hospitals,
where they give the
you
flu
expect
shots
them
and
to be able to
whatnot.
keep it
Right.
cold, but regular Joe Schmoes, how can we keep that cold? We go buy a supply.
Or even if they're bringing it to the patient, isn't it gonna?
They do say that Pfizer and Moderna both have the same percentile of effective rate between
Yeah,
94,
about
95%,
Yeah.
which is the highest out of all the possible companies that develop these vaccines that I just named earlier. So I guess that is a good thing. But another question is, and it was asked last night on the town hall was, okay, is this going to be just a one-shot thing?
No.
Am I going to have to get it every 6 months?
You need
Once
both.
a year? Like, how does
So,
that even work?
With
you know?
both of those, Pfizer and Moderna, at least, both of those are 2 injections each.
Right.
And what they're saying is, at least what I seen was what they said was with symptoms-wise, with Pfizer, they seen symptoms after 7 days. With Moderna, it was after 14 days.
Right. And some of those symptoms are headaches,
Yeah, migraine headaches.
body aches. You will get a slight fever, chills, things of that nature. So just be careful about that when you guys are looking at the side effects.
And if you don't agree, just take a look at the CDC. They break it down to you even more. But this is just some of the stuff that we picked up on, and we just wanted to put it out there. Like I said, you can compare. If you see anything different, put it in the comments and let us know what we went wrong at.
I mean, I don't know. Let me give you a little history on how they do these trials for these vaccines.
If you go to CDC,
if you go to CDC, the pre-trial is with animals,
yeah,
mice and monkeys.
I was just about to say.
All right, the second phase is small number of people, like maybe 5, all right, to 10. The second phase, well, the third phase is hundreds of people, and then the final phase is thousands of people. Now, out of these phases, I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of. These are the number of people that are still affected by it, sick, who caught the corona. All they talk about is the people who got better. And I want to know I want to know the negative sides of this stuff.
Right.
Don't just highlight the good and then shadow the bad. You know what I'm saying, Godmother? I mean, we can't be doing that.
Then the president get it?
Nah, he got like 36 shots and like 38 pills. I don't know what the heck he got. He got it, and then of course he's the president, so he's gonna get the best or whatever.
Why we can't get that?
I don't know.
Send us that.
I
The
mean,
damn president.
but then again, I don't know if he's really cured because he didn't super spread at the White House and Trump and Pence and then everything. They kids then got it, and like, yo,
Over with.
that's why we said when Kamala and Uncle
Burn
Joe
it
get
down.
in there, y'all got to burn that joint down. Y'all got to clean house, literally. You know what I'm saying? But speaking to them two, they were also on CNN doing a joint interview for the first time, and of course, Corona and the vaccines got brought up. And then Uncle Joe, because that's what we call him. I call him Uncle Joe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Uncle Joe was like, if Tony Fauci says the vaccines are okay, that he will go ahead and take the shot, and he's going to do it on live TV to show the people that it's okay. And Kamala said the same thing. How do y'all feel about that?
How do we know
I mean,
taking that?
What she just said as well, but I mean, I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to build trust within the people
Right.
by doing it on national TV. I get that. That's praise to him for doing that. That's a way to try and knock some of that, you know what I'm saying, scariness away, or whether they think that it'll work.
Because Obama said that he would do it if he was the president in this time. George W. All the predecessors before said that they would do it. So Uncle Joe's just feeding off of them. Like, okay, if these guys say, well, I will do it too. Especially when I'm the president-elect and I'm trying to furthermore gain the trust of the people, especially those of us in the community who are very skeptics, because even though he's in the office and a lot of us probably voted him in, I still believe that we don't have anybody truly representing us. So it's still going to be a lose-lose for us in the community. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is,
It's another president for us.
And it's another person that's going to keep getting checks,
Government's dummy,
whatever.
Basically,
puppet.
Yeah.
appointed.
All that good stuff.
Everybody got a higher up.
You know what I'm saying? Because even though we had this discussion before that we think that he's the president, or she, whoever, may be the president, they can just do anything that they want. They still got to go through all these hoops,
Right.
I get signatures.
signatures and all that. That's why, your man, or not our man, Adios 45. That's why 45 wasn't able to do a lot of the madness that he wanted to do, because I remember he was talking about that wall religiously. You know what I'm saying? Like that he was on that wall religiously, you know what I'm saying? And thank goodness that didn't come into fruition as much as he talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So, back on the vaccines, I got a question. I'm going to assume, and I do know we all have kids in here. My man, Cloud9 Cliff sitting in, you know what I'm saying? I got to shout him out. You know what I'm saying? We all got kids in here.
Yes.
And all our kids are at home for school. What happens if they say, when I say they, I mean Des Moines Public Schools or wherever school district our kids is in, say, okay, vaccines is out, we're not doing no more virtual, and the only way you can get your kids in the school is they have to be vaccinated, and you have to have proof of just like when you turn in the immunization records when you're enrolling them in school or whatever. Will you then get the vaccine for your kids? And we can start with Brother Black, or no, Cliff, you speak in on from, hey, he ain't on camera, but go ahead, bro.
I'll say no.
No, okay.
But, you know, the thing about it that's weird is, you know, I'm in my kid's life on a regular basis, but they live primarily with their mom.
Right?
So, like, I brought this up to her a couple of weeks ago and asked her, and she said, yeah, that she would do it. But she's not, like, she's really not into keeping up with stuff like that. You know?
Like,
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's going to be a conversation, but I'm not going to allow it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just have to put her in a position where she just have to do a little bit more research. That's
Yeah.
all.
I'm
And
gonna,
y'all can, you know, talk that out amongst, you know, mother and father, because the kids is, you know, what's most important. So
Right.
I appreciate your input, brother. Brother Black.
Yeah, I would definitely say no vaccine this way. Me and her have already, we've talked about it numerous occasions.
Mhm.
About it. It's a closed case in discussion. So I would say no. I mean, it's too many, I just question too many things. Like the stuff, different things we've talked about today as far as with the whole syphilis thing. And that's my main thing. Like we got messed over that last time. And
Last time, you mean every time?
every time.
What
But
are
I
you
just
talking
more so
about,
talk
brother?
about that one, brother, because it's just crazy that the motherfuckers really. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh,
The syphilis thing really threw me off. I'm sorry. I'm trying
whoa,
not to,
Brother
but
Black, we
that
gonna talk
thing
about
right
that,
there.
bro. We gonna talk about that,
But I'm
bro.
sorry, but yeah, just the whole aspect of
Takes
knowing
you
that
there.
they really
Dollar bill.
did,
y'all.
did the whole syphilis thing just blew my mind. Like they really did that, and they're supposed to be helping people. And yet,
Once
That's
again,
what
that was something that was done, you know, back before we was even thought of. That was Jim Crow era, and you know that just lets you know how sickening people can get and how things have gotten. And I mean, it just, you know, has things improved, yeah, to a certain degree, but you know, it's still a lot of trials and tribulations and hurdles and stuff that us in the community have to go through every day. I mean, it's crazy how you got this virus going on, and the people that's being affected the most is us.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if that's due to poor health care, which I could agree to that. I don't know if that's due to us wanting to be thirsty and going to clubs and the bars and stuff like that. I can agree to that. I mean, there's a lot of things. You know what I'm
All
saying?
the
But
stuff we were doing before.
I would say that poor health care and not being accessible to the proper things that help us is a major key in our community. We've been denied medical rights and stuff for
yeah,
so long, it's not
definitely
even
plays a part.
funny.
That's definitely a key part in it.
I want to say a major key, because if we was as healthy as we should be, we wouldn't be dying off like we are. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure some of that could come to diet, but your diet comes from what you can afford. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't afford organic and the freshest and the best of what, you know what I'm saying, our white Anglo-Saxon counterparts are eating, consuming on a daily basis, then I mean, there's really no hope. But
No.
no on the vaccine,
If it's gonna be,
you homeschooling?
but I mean, with other certain vaccines, because my kids don't get the flu shot.
I don't get the flu shot. My kids don't
So
get the flu
it's
shot.
not an obligation that they have to do or have to take it
But
to go to school.
this is a
But
what if though.
if it
If
is,
this is they
I'm
said
gonna be a teacher.
okay.
I
That's what
already
we
am. I
wanted.
have the criteria.
That's
so
what we want to
just
hear,
start
Don.
paying
Mama, stop
me-
holding back. We don't want to
start
hold
paying
back
me
now.
for
Come on.
Lessons, mama,
Right.
mama godmother.
There we go. Hey.
A B C D E F G.
It could be a
Mama got
blessing
you.
in disguise though, because if a lot of people feel the same we do, like I could see in a year or two, like
A lot of people
mass
homeschooling.
homeschooling. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
it's
if it's
already kind of going
community
that
based. You know
direction.
what I'm saying?
right?
I could really see
Yeah.
that. That'd be
Even
dope.
if they just say, well, forget it then. Well,
Yeah.
everybody just go to school since don't nobody wanna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're probably just
yeah.
trying to get us, find ways to manipulate us to make it okay for us to do it. And
Right.
then we're gonna get the short end of the stick. And
Like
our
we always
kids
do.
and
I've
us,
seen,
they're gonna knock us out.
like you just said, they try and throw something else to do it. Because I seen somebody or some post like they gonna offer a check
stimulus.
basically for you to
They-
take the vaccine.
I saw that.
That's
That's social media
I
crazy.
didn't
It's number
I'm
one.
just saying, but
And-
hypothetical.
But I'm just saying that somebody made a meme and said that the government, instead of giving the stimulus checks, they only give the stimulus checks of $1,500 if you got vaccinated and prove you got vaccinated.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
that's not even possible. The government can't even do that. I mean, I don't want to say they can't, but I think when Uncle Joe and Kamala come in, that's not in their best interest.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I checked with, from everything I was seeing, basically, Biden was saying he's not gonna make it mandatory that you have to be vaccinated, so that kind of lets you know it's not gonna be,
But he did say when he comes in, he wants 100 days of wearing a mask.
I did see that,
So
yeah.
I'm with him on that. I'm with mask
I'm all
kids.
for it. I have to do it at work anyway.
Ordering a mask from the godmother. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Holler at your girl. Put that up there. Thank you. Am I gonna go ahead and allow my kids to be vaccinated? F to the blick, no. You know what I'm saying? And I've already spewed out enough information. We've already spewed out enough information, enough doubts, enough concerns to where we don't feel like we should allow these school districts to force that upon parents. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody believes in this. Not everybody wants to, like we said earlier, not everybody even gets the flu shot. You know what I'm saying? And that's been promoted for years. You know what I'm saying?
My kids barely get sick. Like,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
they eat marshmallows. I learned that it supposedly helps with sore throats, and they like marshmallows like candy. So they barely get sick. If they do, they done took somebody's cup and drunk off of it or something like that. But it's nothing serious. Like, they're not
Right.
hospitalized or anything like that. Like,
you know what I'm saying? We don't really go to places like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Mom Deuce is going to the grocery store, whatever. The kids. Like, I hate to say it, you know what I'm saying, but I kind of keep them in isolation, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when I be looking on social media and I be seeing everybody at Urban Air and Sky Zone, and you got all these kids running around with no mask, and I'm just like, I don't know if that's really a good look, and I don't know if I really want to put my kids in that environment, you know what I'm saying? Because my kids, you know what I'm saying, my oldest son got respiratory issues, you know what I'm saying, and I don't want him, and it's bad enough he works at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? He works at Price Chopper where he has to interact and deal with people every day he's there. So I'm already nervous about that. So then you throwing in school, and you trying to throw in all this normalcy, and it's just like, wait a minute. You're going to slow it down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely not vaccinating. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely limiting my kids' exposure to what they around, who they're around, and things of that nature. We definitely keep it tight knit in my quarters. You know what I'm saying? So just because, like I said before, I had a family member pass away from this, and I had my grandmother fall ill of it, but she was able to beat it out. So once again, it's real. Y'all need to take it serious. Do what you can to make sure you're not a super spreader like 45. You know what I'm saying? And keep it,
I am
keep it cool.
guilty of the Urban Air. I mean, whatever.
I wasn't even talking about you.
No, I'm just saying I'm guilty because my kids like to go. I understand it, the seriousness. I understand the faultiness. I understand both sides, but it's like
It's
sitting
hard,
in
though.
the house is
It's
like
hard.
That's
my
what I've
kids are going
It's
to go
hard.
into depression, not being able to do.
It's
nothing.
hard. It's very
But I
hard.
make sure mine's mad attitude or not, they was running around that thing with masks on.
At least if
I
it
seen
was out
kids without
there.
them, and they tell them like every 30, 45 minutes on intercom, they're like, it's a required to wear your face mask, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
at
blah,
least,
blah,
you
blah.
know what I'm saying? At least if
Got my
that's the
sanitizer.
case, you got your PPE, you know what I'm saying? And you feel comfortable by all means, but at least you have your PPE. I'm talking about for those who just think this is a game and just have it with no mask, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really serious. Y'all really need to look at what's going on and step outside of your bubble and realize that people are dying. Like, people are dying at the rate that people have never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Worse than Ebola, worse than AIDS, worse than HIV, worse than any plague pandemic that has stricken the world. You know what I'm saying? So y'all better tighten up. Like Trick Daddy say, y'all better tighten up.
And I would definitely co-sign what the godmother's saying, because I've had those same apprehensions about just being in the house all the time. And, your kids like, I want to go here, I want to go there. And you got to give them the talk like, it's a lot going on. You can't just be out and go, and you want to go to, like you said, Get Air or the little jumping house at the mall. I'm like, man, I know you want to go do this. We can go do anything else, go to Grays Lake for a little while, but I don't want to be enclosed in no space like that. So they're like just having to explain that to the kids, and they make jokes already about the Rona, but just them having to deal with it, they see it's not a joke either.
Yeah, the first time around, my kids, I think, went into a depression.
Cliff, you taking your kids out? Your kids go out?
My kids,
They just play football.
yeah, they older, so they want to be on YouTube and on the PlayStation
Right.
and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
what they want to do anyway. But
How did you handle the football though? With with that going on in the pandemic,
Right.
Yeah.
and then with practice and the games.
it was crazy because they started practicing. It looked like they was finna start the season.
Right,
And I've noticed that some school districts are still going on with their season.
right.
But nah, East they wasn't going.
I
They
seen
done.
it where last night I was watching, of course, these several news outlets, and they was having officials from the UK overseas talking about how they've kept their schools open during this whole time, pretty much, and that they didn't require the younger kids to wear masks, which is crazy, but the older ones had to. And just hearing that kind of tripped me out, because the little guys are the ones that could be the asymptomatic spreaders, opposed to the older guys that you have wearing the mask. Does that make sense to you guys, godmother? Does that make sense to you?
It
Because
does.
they're younger, they have more of a chance to be able to catch it. and spread it.
Weaker immune system.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I don't. If you're gonna have people in school, no matter the age, they gotta wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. How you feel about that?
I feel the same, but I think they put it like that because 9 times out of 10, a younger child, 1 to 3, 4-ish, is not gonna just keep it on.
No, we're talking about first grade and first grade. The elementary school,
Right.
minus the
First to
kindergartners and all that. First to
Like
fifth grade.
yeah.
First to fifth.
They still be getting sidetracked.
I was going to say they need to wear masks.
They
'cause
still get sidetracked.
yeah.
I'm not
First-
saying don't wear it, but I'm just saying that they saying it's not required because they know they're probably gonna have to fight with these kids.
And
that's
I
what my
understand
argument was when I first said they were talking about sending the kids back to school. I said my son's not going back because, one, how can you control 6 and 7-year-olds to keep a mask on all
Exactly.
day long when they ain't seen these kids in almost
How
a year and a
can you
half?
teach them kids
Like-
that young about social distancing when they have not been around their friends
Right. That
since
don't- that
March?
don't
You
go.
know what I'm saying? Like that
That don't
makes
That's
go.
what they know.
Like,
being
that's
friends.
the
You know what I'm saying?
excitement. Oh my God,
Right.
come here, Johnny. Greg, I haven't seen
Whatever the case may
you.
be.
You know what I mean?
But no.
And like you said, that age, trying to keep the mask on, they want to take it
I
off.
can't hear you. What you
Right,
say?
you know,
Like, come
just-
on, nah,
just
we're not gonna
anything.
play all them games. You're too close to him already.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't need to play them kind of
Spitting,
games. You can just
fighting.
we're gonna stay on some homeschooling stuff like that. But said,
Yeah.
just
Hey,
go that route.
So
'Cause,
long story short, it's gonna be a lot more teachers in the world because they're gonna be at homeschooling. You know what I'm saying?
Send my check.
CTC, cut the check. Holler at your boy.
Check.
So basically, the consensus is that we have doubts about the vaccine. We're not going to take the vaccine. We're not going to allow our kids to take the vaccine. And if need be, we will homeschool. Right?
Yes.
Correct.
There you go. So with that being said, like we said, everybody out there in YouTube land, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment. Let us know you subscribe to the channel. We do this for y'all. We
And
make
the
sure
Your thoughts, your
hit the
concerns.
notifications, you know what I'm saying? Leave comments on what you want us to discuss. We gave you our references. I wish I had Buddy's name. I see you in the comments. Go to the CDC website for all this information, you know what I'm saying? With that, I know y'all, like I said, you see the godmom with the mask. I got the godmom shirt on, you know what I'm saying? Y'all holler at her. Y'all want this apparel. She got it any size pretty much, you know what I'm saying? This is a large. You hit her up on the social media. Shout out my man Doodoo Loud with Gush Apparel. Shout out my man doing the Rod Rider brand.
Oh yeah, Right Rider brand. Spiller.
That boy
What else
Tweez.
we got? Anybody else?
Shout out to Misa Jordan for Queen of Dips.
Yeah,
Make sure you get your
yeah.
dips.
Yep.
Who else I got on there? I got a lot of people, so every vlog I'm gonna hit y'all with something.
Shop all things J for the women. Go ahead and holler at Tabby at Urban City. Get your
Early.
dreads done, and then go hit her boutique up.
Yes.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
need my dreads done.
Go holler at my man Cliff for not Cliff. I'm talking about my man Will, because he got the Pretty and Tipsy drinks with him and his partner. Subject One be doing the juice drops.
My bad.
Yeah,
You know what
Super
I'm
juice,
saying?
my bad.
Super
Subject
juice.
one with
Super
super
juice.
juice.
Matter of fact, I'm tripping. Holler at my man Cliff. I'm tripping. My man Cliff about to be on caffeine. You know what I'm saying? He about to get his show together.
Cloud9 Media.
Cloud9 Media. I knew I wasn't tripping, bro. I just blanked out for a second.
I didn't even think about it.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, when he get his stuff going, subscribe to him and make sure I subscribe to this channel and tune in to everything he got going. Hey, you never know, you might see somebody on there, you know what I'm saying, on his platform. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely will.
Again, thanks for having me on the show.
Definitely. That's what's up.
I'm honored.
Hey, we happy to have you, for real.
Did your
Thank
thing.
Don't be holding back, Godmother.
Uh-huh.
All right, we need you live in effect. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right,
I'm gonna bring it.
we'll get you out of the shell, but you know what I'm saying. Once again, subscribe to the Mother Bleak channel. You know what I'm saying?
Hit that
What-
notification.
Hit that
Squadcast.
notification, Squadcast. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be dropping these Johns as soon as we film it. Y'all see, I be uploading them. You know what I'm saying?
If y'all got any information or any contrast from what we said as far as when it comes to the vaccine, definitely drop those in the comment section,
Right.
because I want to know more information as well. I've been looking, but if you want to educate me, go right on ahead.
And then before we close out, I got my man Brother Black. He wants to share some information that actually needs to be discussed and hasn't really been getting the exposure that it has been due to the presidency, the election, COVID, and all the stuff going on. Brother Black, give us that information.
Thank you, brother. So I just want to bring it to the people's attention. It's a young brother by the name of Quan Charles. He was 15 years old. He was found in a sugarcane field with a battered face and not on his head. So the story went, he was found, he basically drowned, supposedly. So my question is, how do you drown in a sugarcane field?
Right.
And so, like I said, with the
And this is getting no immediate exposure, and this is just one of
so I
many.
can't say,
This is just one of many.
Right, it was another
so it's a lot of brothers, victims that's been going on since all this has been going on, but they're getting no exposure. And I'm glad Brother Black wanted to bring that to light, because I think this is important.
it's just crazy because he went missing on October 30th.
Mm-hmm.
There was never any Amber Alert put out, anything. Basically,
That's
the
sad.
sheriff's office downplayed it, and like half his jawline is missing. So even if, like I said, if he's in a sugarcane field, what animal is eating up this kid's jaw and going bust his head? Like, come on, bro, that don't even that was a lynching. Like,
That was a borderline image.
but
Yeah,
like I
but-
said,
You know what I'm saying? That
no.
was a borderline
Like, if you
image
go
kill.
and you go Google his name and you see that picture that I seen, bruh, and y'all get in the comments, let me know if I'm tripping or not. But just look it up. 'Cause
And
I
where,
couldn't
and
put
where
it
did
up there.
you just Google this information, or what did you what news
I
outlet? Where did
originally
you
seen it on Facebook, and I just started
Okay.
Googling information. And everything I seen, I can't say the people's name, but basically, long story short, supposedly the story was he just went missing.
Okay.
But after I went and looked more into it, he got into a car with a colonizer and her son.
Okay. I like how you use that word.
So,
I like that. That was spiffy.
long story short, they never found the boy, and then she never could get a hold of her son or get a hold of the young lady that he got into the car with. So, y'all can make your own assumptions of what happened, but yeah, the young man lost his life, so RIP to him, Quan Charles. Excuse me.
Rest easy.
Long story short, don't be blinded so much by what's going on in the media to where you forget that this stuff is still going on. You know what I'm saying? You got the Proud Boys running around here crazy, and all these other militias trying to protect their man 45 and want to take matters in their own hands. And, you know, it's not really getting the exposure that it deserves, you know. And I'm not saying it was them. I'm just giving you examples
Right.
of these type of people that are out here willing to do those type of things to those of us in the community, you know. So thank you.
Check
Brother
out
Black.
them pictures, y'all. I'm just saying, if you can,
If you can
see
stomach it, I
drowning in
guess,
that
if you
picture,
check it out. If you can
somebody tell
stomach
me
it.
differently, because I just don't understand.
Might have sent the godmom on the job for them, you know what I'm saying? Get them, you know what I'm saying? Send the hit squad out, you know what I'm saying?
But-
Get some answers.
That's what I had. I won't get on, even bring the squad cast down. And like I said, I just wanted to put that out there and let the people know.
No, it needed to be known. It needed to be known. I appreciate you doing that, brother. And the more information we find out about these things, we definitely going to share. You know what I'm saying? So be looking for more of that. If you got any questions, or if you even find some information, put it in the comments. Because we do read the comments. I read the comments. He reads the comments. We all read the comments. Shout out Oprah. But this is another episode of the Squadcast podcast. We
Yes.
see y'all later.
Appreciate
Outta
y'all
here.
tuning in. Y'all be